Chuggalos, welcome back to day 23 of the Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2025 in conjunction with our homies from the Barrel House. Today we have JT's beer. I'm super excited and I'm gimmickless. There's no soundboard, there's no interludes from any other Chuggalos, so it's just me trying to carry the show. Rhinegeist, Mushushushu, 2019, 11.3%. This is, I don't even have my list in front of me. This is going to be a great beer. So I am super excited. I'm just going to go with a crack right away because I want to get to it. I'm currently coming to you from Todd's Book Depository, which is a hotspot drinking location in the great state of Wisconsin. 3, 2, 1, fly. Got openers. I mean, we've got everything. I'm right next to the sauna. That's where a lot of the business deals happen here at Todd's Book Depository. We're going to go with the glass. Obviously, this is what you would drink. Look at that. God, it smells like beer. I'm going to let this warm up a little bit. So I just transported this all the way from the church room bar. I'm trying to do a little bit of research quick. Rhinegeist. Should have had this done before, Matt, right? Mushu. Dark ale. It's just an 11.6% dark ale. Okay, so it's brought up to temp. I don't know the rules on dark ales. I'm not very sophisticated in understanding that, but I've got the gimmicks. I've got everything good to go. I've chilled it after it sat out in like an ice cooler for a couple of hours. But once I got to Todd's Book Depository, I definitely let it sat out a little bit while I put up my recording device. So interesting. Where is everything thus far that we've had during the calendar has been like shocking in one way or another. Like that Bière de Coupage from yesterday, that amber ale was shocking. The fact that Cantillon was the blend in it. And I've had 2 requests. Ouch out to Chuggalo Dave, ouch out to Chuggalo Ryan. Sorry, Stacy. I will find that beer if I can find it. Gimmick Gus, if you have more of that beer, please put whatever you can on hold. I have a couple of requests, and I will pay whatever it needs to get that to those Chuggalos, because when I drank that beer, said it was an amber ale, multiple people reached out to me and were like, hey, find that beer for me, whatever it happens. Knowing that it comes from Belgium, knowing that the Barrel House stock rotates so fast, I hope that they have some of it. If they don't, I will try to do it to satiate the Chuggalos. It's nice to see that interest in those beers. Man, it is. Is it like an oak foeder beer? Like, is there more? Oh, I'm trying to find out more information. Dark ale. Gimmicks, wide category of dark colored beers that are not lagers and do not fit into more common dark styles like porters, stouts, brown ales, or dark milds. Dark milds I'm not familiar with. Gimmick Gus will tell us about that, hopefully. Winter ales, or warmers, or specific Belgian styles. As such, they can vary in taste and color. This taste characteristics can include toasted or roast character from dark malts and some sweetness. There's some roasty, a little bit of sweet, but it's all subtle, like bitter chocolate almost. Not like milk chocolate, but bitter chocolate. Other favorite characteristic depends on the use of adjuncts or hopping. And I've had a couple from Town Hall. We did Hope and King on the podcast a couple years ago. Lemon chocolate Mushushushu, blackberry Mushushushu. So they do variants of this. This seems like the baseline variant from 2019. So there's some of the beers that we've had, we nipped the time on them a little bit to have them for the podcast, to create conversation, to have significant beers maybe earlier than what they were intended to. So this is a baseline, and they have variants being Rhinegeist with a lemon chocolate and a blackberry, which I could see like a deep, hearty, or a strong characteristic without being like super salty. I'm just looking at other, like, there's a Schwarzer from Anchorage, the Darkness, just inbound. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's other breweries. Okay, so Rhinegeist. I love Rhinegeist. They're my favorite Ohio brewer. for a lot of different reasons, but mainly truth. Truth and knowledge and the fun that I've had at their location. Should you go there, I know Chuggalo Dave was just there in Cincinnati and missed out on their opened hours. So I've heralded their praises as much as I can on this podcast. I know JT's a big fan too. For me, there's a big history of where their money comes from and all of that, being Procter Gamble and a spin-off of that, but not Procter Gamble. It's just individuals that work at the company that spun off and made a great brewery. But the impact and being a cultural center that they've done in just outside of Over the Rhine in Cincinnati has really blossomed that neighborhood. There's a great farmers market there to check out too. Just an amazing place, amazing times had with JT and other friends over the years. Took my oldest daughter there, and the fans. We've got a lot of memories there. But Rhinegeist, a great space. This beer's kind of an enigma. It needs something. So I'm gonna say this before I score this beer. Before I talk about it, maybe a gimmick tomorrow, maybe a big gimmick tomorrow, is I think JT and I got really excited about the cellar stuff we took or picked. But again, as we grow in our craft beer knowledge, we'll be able to pick some of these out. And this is just such a fun, unique selection, to pair with the other beer that we picked, the Old Numbskull. But it being a dark ale, it's so interesting. It's just missing that next step. I think the two popular styles, doing the quick research while recording this, are Mushushushu with adjuncts, be it lemon chocolate or be it blackberry. I think it needs something. The nice thing though, it hides this alcohol. I am not getting 11.3%. Oh, we didn't do the cap. Sorry about that, Chuggalos. We didn't do the cap. No Matt's beyond this point. Oh, asshole, sorry. Well, Matt sometimes fits there. All right, off the top rope, this beer. Rhinegeist, a 5 brewery. This beer, though, it needs something a little bit more. It's aged perfectly. It doesn't drink as an 11.3. It doesn't. God, this goes down. Is it crushable? It just misses a little bit. Only a slight carbonation. Very dark, but it doesn't lace. It doesn't pour like motor oil. It doesn't drink like motor oil. It vacates the palate very quickly. Roasty, a little bit of malt to it, but not much. Ever so subtle. It's begging for an identity. This is the Clark Kent of beers. You add a little bit to it. You put it in a phone booth. It comes out. It rips off its shirt. It becomes Superman. But this is Clark Kent, and it's a fine journalist, but it's just missing that next step. Off the top rope, this is a 4, but I know what it could be, and the best hallmark, the takeaway from this is it doesn't taste like an 11.3. It's just fantastic, very smooth. If I would label this on a mothership episode, I would call this beer the Smooth Operator. But that's it for day 23, Chuggalos. We got one more day. That Masthead Vanilla Sun Killer. Hopefully this is the beer to convince me that Masthead actually does all right as a brewer. I know Better Matt and Gimmick Gus are like, what the, you know what? The joke's on you. Masthead, love them, and I love that I got turned on to them by Better Matt and Gimmick Gus at the Barrel House. Otherwise, they just would have been another Ohio brewer to me. So that's it. Day 23. Cheers.